This is Four Rosa single barrel whiskey. This bourbon for you. All right. You ever have one of them days? It's Friday. Don't look at me like that. Yes, I have did Taster Tuesday. I did Sipping Saturday. And this is a Fasty Friday, drinking bourbon out of a, damn if this don't look like pee in a urinal. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, let's go for it. Ooh, yes, that's good bourbon. Anyway, it's been one of them days, honey. Hell, it's been one of those weeks. For those of you that don't know, this is in fact one of my favorite bourbons here that I've ever tasted. This is one of the good ones. This is that bottle my girlfriend got me for my 41st birthday. And I'm sitting here drinking it out of a urinal. I've also got me these from Amazon. We'll get into this a little later. This is some kind of detox foot pads, but I've got to get all the bourbon inside of me first. I'm going to talk about just laying down because I'm comfortable speaking right now about it. And if you hear any snoring, it's not me. It's her. My apologies. But I just seen Michaela's 3-part video, her going to pick out her wedding dress and these fears that are coming up for such a special day, and how her dealing with her body dysmorphia on top of an eating disorder. We are what that looks like. She's speaking on the struggles of it, and what she is saying is very valid. And I'm going to try to explain it in this way so that maybe people can understand it, because it's so hard when people don't suffer and deal with body dysmorphia or an eating disorder. It's so hard for them to understand what it feels like at times. But we could tell Michaela 1,000,000 times over how beautiful she is and how lovely she looks in this outfit, because she makes everything look beautiful, because she is. But your words, when you say that to somebody dealing with body dysmorphia, it's not that they don't matter. It's that something blocks us from believing you when you say that to us. Because when we stand in the mirror and we look at ourselves from top to bottom, we find so many things that are wrong, what we see, because what we see in the mirror is completely different from what you see by looking at us. And it's hard for us to express that. And I can only imagine how difficult today will be for her, as she expressed in her video, trying to find the perfect wedding dress. I can imagine all the fears coming up. And I don't know if Michaela will see this. She knows I love her. But you deserve, Michaela, to find the perfect dress. And don't settle for the one that you feel most comfortable in, just to ease your fears. Settle for the one that you've always dreamed of, that you feel beautiful, that you just know that was the dress, you know. Try not to focus on all of those stressors. And I know it's difficult, I know. But I don't care if you try on 50 dresses, as long as you find the perfect one for you. Because I know you'll be beautiful. And I hope on your wedding day, you're going to feel how beautiful you are. Maybe if you've never felt that before, you deserve it, because you are. But your feelings are very valid, and I understand them, because I lived them a lot of those fearful moments. So we're all with you, and I can't wait to see you soon for your beautiful day. So I just wanted you to know that what you said, I got it. And a lot of other people do too. I don't know, honey. I don't know why some parents are that way. Because at the end of the day, they have a choice. And they chose to be like that. And they chose to hurt you. You can ask yourself 1,000,000 times why. And you probably will never get the answer to that. But what you can do is start to heal your own heart. Don't expect them to be a part of anywhere in your journey of healing, okay? And you have the ability to do that by yourself. Should you have to? No, not at all. And when you get older, you can build your own family if you wish, if you want to be a parent. And you can do everything that they did not do, which was love you, protect you, and be there for you. You could be everything that they wish they wanted to be. You probably won't never get an apology, honey, and that's all right. that don't mean you can't make your life beautiful. I'm gonna try to tell this story without getting emotional. We grew up on the water, and my daddy took me fishing right outside the backyard. See the boats go by and everything on Dog River. Dog River here in Mobile, Alabama is my home. But anyway, my dad passed when I was 13, and I meet my husband, and I find out that he loves fishing too. And he would always tell me, we're gonna get a boat one day, and I'm gonna take you fishing out there on Dog River. And it was really hard to see that, because when we first got together, we didn't have much of nothing. And I mean much of nothing. I probably made like $7.25 an hour, and my husband probably made like 10. We could barely pay the bills. There were times our power got shut off. But when we got married, we set goals for ourselves. And one of those goals was we wanted to buy a boat one day. And when I tell you, it was so hard to see one of those goals, because we were in such financial hardship at times. But we kept focusing on it, kept working hard on it. And then we saved for a boat, and it wasn't nothing special, but it was our boat. And our first trip, we took that boat out on. My husband took me to Dog River, which was on Mother's Day that year. We're so proud of that boat. We treated it like it just come off the showroom floor. And then we kept working even harder to get to where we needed to be financially. And my husband decided to become a truck driver for himself and for our family. And a few years later, we was able to buy another boat, and we still have that boat today. And it's a spat between us, because I won't let my husband sell that boat because he don't finish anything. And he always says, I'm going to sell the boat and get us a better one. And I know him. He don't finish anything, and he'll be done sold my boat, and I got to go without my boat for 6 months. So he's not allowed to sell that boat unless there's another one backing into the driveway to replace it. But usually every Mother's Day, he pulls that boat out and takes me back to Dog River, which is my happy place here, because that's where I grew up. That's where I learned to fish. That's where I learned to do everything with my dad. I'll never forget how happy I was when we got that boat, and the fact that he took me to the very spot he told me to, if we ever got our goals accomplished. But those were hard times for us financially, and we continued working hard to get to where we needed to be. And I hope other people can do the same, and don't surrender to those hardships like that. You keep working hard for it, because it ain't always going to be tough like that. But yeah, we always go back to fishing because it's therapeutic, and a lot of good memories with my entire family. So I would love to tell you the story about our Jax. So let's go. Him's already got his toy ready to go outside.
Hey, Bubs. What's he doing, Bubs? Huh? What's he doing, good boy? You gonna sit? Sit. Sit.
Sit. Okay, don't. Yeah, he's not a bloodhound. He's just a big old fat lab. So I'm going to tell you the story about how we acquired Jax, if that's the right word. So here's the deal. I've told y'all before that me and Papa Todd are huge animal lovers, right? Anyway, about 6 years ago, I sent Papa Todd up to the pet store to get a rat to feed one of our wild pythons. At the time, we had two of them, Bella and Edward from Twilight. Don't jank on me. I was a huge fan, and I will always be a Twilight fan. Okay, so anyway, so he goes up to the pet store, and yes, he ends up getting the rat, or rats for Bella and Edward. But unfortunately, he came back with a dog. Like, he walked through the door with an 11-week-old big old puppy with paws about that big, and I said, "What the hell is that?" And he said, "Well, this is my new dog." I said, "Whose new dog?" He says, "Our new dog." So apparently they were having adoption day up there at the pet store. And this man had puppies that were born on Thanksgiving. So Jax's birthday is Thanksgiving, actually. And Papa Tot adopted Jax without even talking to anybody. He just brought the daggum dog home. But Jax knows he is not the family dog. He is Papa Tot's dog. Now, he loves everybody, don't get me wrong. But that is Papa Tot's dog, okay? When Papa Tot is home, Jax is right underneath his ankles. He don't want to talk to nobody. He don't want to play with nobody. He wants to be with Papa Tot only, all right? And yeah, when Papa Tot gets home, he goes straight to Jax and then comes and finds me in the house. But Jax only tolerates me and I only tolerate him. Okay, whenever Papa Tot is on the road. But Jax has got a mouth on him. And their kennels are in my sunroom, which echoes really bad. So every time Jax gets this deep, dark bark, it echoes my entire sunroom. It just drives me crazy. But I love him. I love him. He's a good damn dog. Labs are really, really good. Actually, I think he's lab and pit mixed, if I'm not mistaken. But he looks just like a full-blooded lab. But he's got a pit, mama or daddy or somebody. He ain't like this one right here. This one's got 3 different dogs in him. Y'all remember the DNA test we did? Anyway, that's the story on Jax the Loudmouth. So I hope you enjoyed it and have a good day. Hey, my little tater tots. Look, I know I told y'all I was going to eat healthier when the new year got here, but I lied to y'all. I lied. So, anyway, I got me some McDonald's. Do you know the only thing I really eat there is their quarter pounder and then their chicken nuggets? And I don't know what they did to their meat lately, but their meat has been tasting good and looking good. Anyway, they was real quick there today, and I got me some terrible food. Oh, I had to have AT&T come out to the house this morning. I didn't set it up. My husband did. He didn't tell me the last minute. I get a knock at the door, and I've got a load of laundry that I just got out of the dryer. I open up the door and say, "Can I help you?" Of course, I didn't realize it was AT&T, and he told me what he was there for, right? And I went to back up, and all of a sudden, my underwear fell out of my arms onto the floor. And he looked down, and I looked down. We looked up at each other. Yeah, I was embarrassed. Anyway, I got the Wi-Fi fixed, though. Did you eat yet?